on the subject of bowling, while we might talk about the test bowling that's going to come from 6th of December, right now we've seen the consistency. I know we've had a chat about the sixth bowler, but if you have to look at the positive side of it, it's India being consistent, that we don't have a sixth bowler, but we are looking at using our five bowlers, as you said, Akash, in the most consistent manner where they bowl and when they bowl.
So that was the difference from game 1 to game 2. We are looking at the number of matches here. 16 wickets is what the sixth bowler has got from 16 to 17. Yeah, the Jan 16 to August 2017.
The big number
but since
is from
then,
September 2017
correct,
till now, just the one wicket and hardly any overs. Six
overs.
overs bowled by the sixth bowler.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Honestly, personally, it disturbs me. It worries me that you don't have a sixth bowler. And he's not good enough to be used. One side of the story is that your five bowlers are always doing the job, but does it always happen that way? We tend to paper over a lot of cracks because of the top three that we have. If that was not the case, then India would end up with, say, 3 or 4 T20 titles. India's got only one to show for the best league that we have. You look at any IPL side, Hardik Pandya, for example, who's been our fifth bowler playing for India, in his own franchise, he's sixth or seventh bowler at times. He rarely bowls his full quota of overs. So I think that's one important cog that's missing, whether it's Kedar Jadhav or Krunal Pandya now evolves into a top quality international T20 player, and his brother Hardik Pandya starts bowling a lot more and more consistently. Till that time, I will be slightly worried that you need to have 6 bowling options at the very least.
Joy, before you answer that, two things happened from September 2017. One was, of course, the start of the wrist spinner era, and two was India's winning run started then. So while we might be saying it's an alarm, and I'm fully in Akash's camp on that, I think every team, if you look at all lineups around the world, I don't think anyone can say they don't have a sixth bowler active in the team, whether they use him or not.
No, absolutely. But as I said, one has been the colossal, impact of the wrist spinners. India's 2 wrist spinner formula. You remember that 2016 team, they went to 197, and that's both Ashwin and this thing went for runs. Jadeja went for runs. Here you've always used 2 wrist spinners. In fact, this is one of the few series in which we aren't. The interesting other thing I have to say to this is also styles of captaincy. So if you look at the Dhoni style of captaincy, Dhoni loved to have resources to play with. 6, 7, 8, he likes a part-time bowler, you bowl with it. He goes to an IPL, doesn't bowl Harbhajan for first few matches, doesn't bowl Jadeja for a few matches, doesn't bowl Harbhajan in the finals. He likes to play with a lot of resources and sort of marshals them. Virat very much is the kind of captain who will say, okay, here your job is to bowl your 4 and get it right. Your job is to get your 4 right, and he captains that way. Now, whether you agree or disagree with it, my essential problem is that with Virat's formula, it's when things go right, they will go right. But if somebody suddenly breaks a shoulder or some accident, mishap happens on the ground, we really don't have a guy out there who can even bowl 2 overs or looks like bowling 2 or 3 overs. And I think, therefore, Dhoni as a captain would always sort of captain for Murphy's Law, that something will go wrong and I've got the resources, I'll figure a way around it. Virat captains to say, I've got it, you guys do your job, we'll win the match. And it's very different. It's worked so far for him, but in big tournaments, it's better to have resources.
All you have to do is just fail once. See, I really don't want to be that guy saying that, there is a possibility of a failure, but that's what we have seen. You don't win a World T20 or a World event without dropping a game. Sometimes, in fact, when you talk about the last World T20 in India, Virat Kohli was asked to bowl in a World T20 semi-final. Can you believe it? Now, he had to bowl. That obviously tells you that there is a problem. Where did it end up coming back to haunt you? And that was the game that you had to win. You couldn't win that one, and West Indies went on to win the tournament. So that is one thing that they'll have to address. And even when Hardik Pandya, just to stay a little longer on the subject, even when Hardik Pandya is available, don't keep him as your 5th bowler. Have him as your 6th bowler. So then both Pandya brothers can actually play. I'm okay with it. Or you replace one Pandya brother, or maybe the elder one with Chahal, and have 5 proper bowlers. I'm a huge fan of that, because every bowler is 20% of your bowling resource. You need them, and you need them every single day. Batting you can still do with the top 3 doing well, 20 overs, they take care of it, and you don't need 5, 6, 7 at times. There's no such luxury in with regards to bowling, but have Pandya as your 6th option and not as your 5th.